Hey everybody, thanks for checking in. So we got quite a few questions about how to read the plan, okay? It's not that difficult, and I'll show you real quick. If you have any more questions, just message me and I'll be glad to get back to you and explain it. All right, first thing you're gonna look for is a heading. That's gonna give you all the information you're gonna need to turn everything you need to turn into the town, okay? Second thing you're gonna look for in his plan is his symbol legend, all right? That's gonna give you all the symbols that he used for your particular plan. Now, don't think this is the only amount of symbols there are in architecture. There are many symbols, but the architect is only going to write down in his legend the stuff that pertains to what he drew for you. All right. On this particular legend, we have 3 different drawings. All right. A1 through A3. You go down here. This one is 0 because it's marked as the demolition drawing. So this may or may not be on a plan. It's not always. If it is, unless it's for a large demolition project, if you're just talking about a remodel, it's just going to most likely be marked as 0, and it doesn't necessarily pertain to anything you're going to build. All right. So if we go up here in the plans, it's going to mark on each page. It's going to mark on each elevation. He's going to tell you exactly what your ratio is. So our ratio here is 1/4 to 1, or 1/4 inch equals 1 foot. So now you can go in with your measure tape and you can figure out how to lay everything out. All right. This is important information for what you're going to do. And this is important information for what you're going to do. Now, if we go to the second page, again, we have a heading. Every page is going to have a heading on it. We're going to get our standard elevation for what the house is actually going to look like. All right. It's going to tell you how tall everything is, all your peaks, your elevation of your land. All right. When we go up here, it's going to give you all our headers. This is really just for the carpenters. It's going to tell you how big the header has to be for each span that's going to go across, what he expects. Anything that is not on this should be actually written in the drawing. So it might be like a flitch plate, or it might be, an engineered beam or something that's not on here. This is just for the wood. Okay, so if you have a 2x whatever, it's going to tell you how big the span has to be in order to use whatever piece of lumber he's asking for. Up here, when you look at design loads, that's really not for you. That's for the town engineer to confer to the plan and the engineer that actually did all the load bearing for the architect. So you don't really have to worry about that. And if you go over on the second details page, you're going to find on ours, we have our plumbing layout. Okay, you can do the plumbing layout. Sometimes it'll have the electrical layout. Sometimes it'll have everything. This is just a reno drawing. It's not from the ground up, so we don't have every little thing on here. If you're doing something more involved, like building a house from the ground up, you might have to go ahead and ask some more questions. But for reno, this is pretty much what you're going to find. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any more questions, I'll be glad to answer them. Don't be shy. I'll get right back to you. Thanks a lot.